In a country split by deep-seated segregation and systemic injustice, a young man grew up witnessing the harsh realities of discrimination. In his early years, he saw neighbors separated by color and class, and he absorbed the silent grief of a people long denied equal rights. Even as a child, he nurtured a quiet flame of resistance and compassion, a resolve to see beyond the boundaries drawn by fear and prejudice. As he matured, the fire within him grew stronger. In his adult years, he became an active voice against the oppressive system, daring to speak out when silence was enforced by law. His efforts to mobilize communities and champion the cause of equality quickly made him a target for those in power. Arrested and imprisoned under charges that sought to quell the rising tide of dissent, he was sent away, his future uncertain, his physical freedom stripped away. Yet, even behind cold, confining walls, his spirit remained unbroken. In a stark, isolated cell on a rugged island, where the sea beat relentlessly against rocky shores, he found a paradoxical kind of freedom. Separated from the world, he immersed himself in thought, reflection, and the study of history and philosophy. In the solitude of confinement, he forged an inner strength that transcended physical limitations. Amid harsh conditions and the constant presence of despair, he began to craft a vision of forgiveness and unity, a vision that believed that true change was born not of vengeance, but of reconciliation. After nearly 3 decades in captivity, the walls that once confined him finally fell. Emerging into a world transformed by the relentless pressure for change, he stepped out with a message that startled many. The path to healing lay not in retribution but in unity. His release was not met with the clamor of a triumphant warrior returning to power. Instead, he approached his people with humility, urging them to bridge the divides of the past. In town halls and public squares, his measured words resonated, each syllable a promise of a future where differences could be reconciled through dialogue and mutual respect. The road ahead was steeped in uncertainty. The nation, scarred by decades of institutionalized hatred, was at a crossroads. In a historic display of courage, he extended an olive branch to former adversaries, inviting them to join in rebuilding a fractured society. Under his guidance, communities that had long been pitted against each other began to see the value in unity. Through painstaking negotiations and moments of profound empathy, he helped usher in a new era of governance, one that celebrated reconciliation over division and peace over perpetual conflict. Today, the narrative of that once incarcerated dreamer serves as a beacon for oppressed peoples around the globe. His journey, from a young boy in a divided land to a leader who transformed a nation's destiny, remains one of the most stirring testaments to the strength of the human spirit. In a final, resounding moment of history, the world came to recognize that the true power of leadership lay not in domination, but in the ability to forgive and to unite. And so, the man whose life was a tapestry of struggle, reflection, and ultimate redemption is revealed, a monumental figure whose enduring legacy continues to inspire millions. This is the story of Nelson Mandela,